What up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, everybody? How are you? It is Wednesday, May 17th. Welcome to the live broadcast. How y'all doing today? A low power mode came on, so I want to make sure that my plug is in here. There we go. So what's going on today? It's a overcast day here in LA. So it's been kind of cold. I'm out like near the beach, so it's a little cooler out here. Where are you guys at? Where are you watching from today? Are you in LA? Are you in another part of the country? Where are you at? Let me know. Comment below. And please share this broadcast right now. If you're on mobile, hit that button on the bottom left-hand corner and you'll share it to your feed. And if you're on desktop, you can share it there also. I'm going to jump on real quick and do a quick share. So today I want to talk about, I'm going to answer some questions about writing and the book. And then also I had a couple questions come through to me about eating healthy and also like a healthy snack. And then also a couple exercise moves to get moving and a couple specifics on that for limited mobility. So I want to talk about those three things. What's up? Anthony Phils is in the house. What up, Westwood? Thank you for joining. So let me see. I'm just going to quickly share my broadcast into a group so that I get some people over. And they're from my health and fitness group. I run a health and fitness group for OI, which is Osteogenesis Imperfecta. And I have a health and fitness group that is specifically for my peoples. And we talk about working out and staying healthy and nutrition and health and fitness and everything surrounding living a healthy lifestyle. So I just wanted to share the broadcast in there real quick. If you could, if you're watching, please give me the thumbs up and the hearts and all that good stuff, because then that immediately helps people join us. So I wanted to answer some questions about the book and about the writing process. A couple questions came through to me, and also there were a couple questions that I answered on Goodreads that is really awesome. If you guys are on Goodreads, find me on there. My book is on there. You can find me on there as well as an author, so I'd appreciate you guys. I think you can follow me on there. So definitely follow me on there. And, Goodreads is awesome. I'm always like listing the books that I'm currently reading, and, we can follow each other. So let's start off with that. Okay, the book is Disable Your Disability, and the first question, one of the questions from Goodreads is, how do you deal with writer's block? So my answer, and this is kind of what I wrote on Goodreads also, is I used to get writer's block until I understood that writer's block doesn't exist. It's not a thing, actually. It's just an excuse to procrastinate and not write. So how do I get over writer's block? Well, the supposed writer's block is I just sit down and I write. And there is no good or bad when it comes to just writing just from the top. So there is no writer's block. If you feel you have writer's block, just sit down and start writing something. And then you'll see that you really don't have a writer's block, because once you just start putting words down, whether it's, you're writing or you're writing, you're going to see that words are just going to start to come and ideas are going to start to come. And maybe if you're just doing like free form writing, just off the top, just, no structure, no anything, you're going to just get into a flow and you're going to see that writing is just going to start to happen. So that's one of the first questions, is there is no writer's block. If you just sit down and start writing, write anything, like literally sit down and type out an email to somebody, write out a letter to somebody, just start writing like a letter, a personal note, write lyrics, write poems, write a poem, write something. But if you sit down and actually start in the act of writing, you're going to see that writer's block does not exist. So that's how I answered that. Let's see, what's the best thing about being a writer? Well, I said on here that the best thing about being a writer is the fact that everything I write is a pure creation of my own. And the point of that is because a lot of things that I've created in the past have been creations where I've worked with other people. So even with my music, right? Like I used to write all my lyrics, my own lyrics, but ultimately I was working with producers, and then we would record, and they would make beats and like make the track, and they would produce me, and I'd just get in the booth and I'd spit my lyrics and we'd record. So ultimately, like that final creation was not just me purely creating it. Then later on, as I started creating my own music, producing my own music, I would write lyrics and I would produce it. And yes, there were a few of those things that were purely mine. But even through all the iterations of my music, I've always worked with somebody. I've always worked with other artists. There was the Diggums, there was the White Shadow Crew, there was Dynamite Jive with T. And like all those creations were a team effort, really. So when it comes to the writing, and especially like the book, right? When it came to this sort of writing, it is purely myself. Like everything I put onto the page is me. And it's my words. And ultimately what I want to say is going to go into the book. Yes, I have worked with an editor. I had some people helping me to edit. But ultimately, no matter what, it's my words, and those are the words that go into the book. So it is a pure creation from my soul that comes out onto the pages. So that's the best part about writing and being an author for me, is creating things that literally are the pure essence of what I'm thinking and feeling deep down inside of here. So that's one of the best things. If you guys have a question for me, please post it below in the comments, and I'll make sure I answer. So let me hit to the next question. It's, what's your advice for aspiring writers? Excuse me. My advice the answer that I put on here was, my advice for aspiring writers is to start writing and stop editing as you write. Now, this is a big one because I had to kind of teach myself this, because every time when I write, even when I used to write lyrics for songs, I would edit as I go. Well, especially with lyrics, because I'm the type of MC that likes to be on beat. Like back in the day when we actually used to rhyme to beats and we needed to have a rhythm. Like nowadays, they don't necessarily have a rhythm where you like nod your head, right? And there's a beat and you actually rhyme to it. Like that stuff's not necessarily happening these days. But back when I used to write, we used to have a beat and we would write to the beat. So I would edit myself as I would go. So I'd write a line and then I'd spit it and then see if it flows with, see if it went with the beat. And then if it didn't, I would take words out, switch words, pick a new word and fit it into the beat, right? So I was always editing as I wrote. Then as I went on and I started writing other things. So when I wrote the book, especially when I started writing the book, I found that I would edit as I go. And man, I couldn't get anything done. I would write like a paragraph. I'd write a couple hundred words and that was it after sitting for like an hour. Because I would edit. I would write some and I'd be like, oh wait, I can say that differently. And I'd delete it and I'd go back and I write it again. Delete it, go back and write it again. And I realized, man, I'm never going to get this thing done if I keep doing that. So what I started to do was I just started to write without editing. Maybe like I would go back a couple words if there was something that I caught that sounded weird. But for the most part, I would just write. I would just go with the flow and put it out onto the paper. And I found that I could get like a couple thousand words done in an hour to 2 hours sitting. I'm a fast typer. I can type almost as fast as I can think. So as I was sitting there writing, I would just let it flow. And so that's what I always tell aspiring writers. I tell them to do the same thing. Just write without editing because you're going to get more done. And they always say that writing is about rewriting. And it's true, because you just want to write, you want to get it all out, and then you go back and you rewrite and you edit. So that's my main advice for that. So those are the questions that I wanted to answer as far as writing in the book is concerned. Let's switch gears a little bit. I had a couple questions come through to me on my direct message. And someone was asking, Tony, what is like a healthy snack that I can eat? Because I don't know what to have. I don't know what to take with me. I'm just out and about. I don't know what to eat. So here they are. String cheese and a banana. Grab yourself some bananas, grab yourself some string cheese, and take these with you when you go. You're getting about 80 calories right here, 7 grams of protein, and you're getting like 20 grams of carbs, 27 grams of carbs, about 14 grams of sugar, and calorie-wise, what is a banana? Calorie-wise, I think they're about 100 let's see, yeah, about 105 calories. So you're looking under 200 calories right here. Great snack. You're getting carbs, you're getting protein, you know, getting fat in here also. So you're almost getting like a kind of square 40, 30, 30 around that percentage when you eat a banana and string cheese. Great healthy snack, guys. I want to eat these right now, actually. Oh, and did you know that you're supposed to peel the banana from the other end, not from this end? I guess they said that like gorillas and monkeys, they actually peel from this end and it's easier. So I started doing that and it actually works. So that's that's some good advice. All right. So string cheese, banana, get them, go. That's your healthy snack. All right. For exercises, I had a couple questions come through. Someone wanted to know, Tony, how can I do curls, bicep curls, if I'm sitting in a wheelchair? What's the most effective way to do that? And then I had someone also ask me, what is a easy way to start working my legs out if I haven't ever worked them out before? So here we go. The first, I'm gonna move this a little bit. The first move I'm gonna show you is curls. I'm gonna show you a quick curl exercise you can do if you're sitting. Let me position the camera so you guys can see this better. So, just going to use this. So if you're sitting in a wheelchair, you want to make sure that you're trying your best to get full extension on the bicep curl, meaning like your arm is being fully extended out. Now I understand a lot of my OI folks may have some deformity in arms from being broken or whatnot, so do your best to get full extension on your bicep, right? Stretch it out as much as possible and bring it up as much as possible. But a good way to isolate it is to rest your elbow inside your knee, right? Rest your elbow inside your knee and do one arm this way, all right? Now this is going to support your upper arm and it's going to give you that full extension. So you're not like throwing the weight around, you know what I mean? So you want to be able to do this up and do it back down that way. And then you just switch arms. Now if you have arms, now you want to make sure that you're being stable too, that your back is straight. Get inside with your elbow right here on the inside of your thigh. Bring the weight down, full extension. Bring it all the way up. And squeeze at the top. That's another thing that you guys want to do. When you get to the top, like squeeze, right? Feel your bicep and then let it down. All right, so that's a good way to do the bicep curl that way. If you're seated. Okay, so someone asked me, what's a good thing that I can do to start working out my legs if I haven't worked them out before and if they're really weak? Now, this is for my folks that do stand up, and if you can walk, you can do these. And even if you can stand up, so I know some of my folks may be in a chair, but you do stand. So what I want you to do is basically a sit down and a stand up. It's like a squat. So let me see if I can do this. Bring this back, so you guys can see. If you have any questions, let me know. Oh, Missy, I'm gonna show you how to peel the banana. Hold on. Let me show you this real quick. Make sure you guys can see this. Okay, so look, if you're in a chair, simply stand up and sit down. This is like a squat, but you're sitting down into the seat, right? So stand up and sit down. And try your best not to use your hands. Use your legs only, right? Push up, keep your back straight as possible, and then come back down. Seriously, just do this until you start feeling it in your hamstrings and in your butt. You're going to feel it. Now here's the key thing. When you get up here to the top, squeeze your butt muscles, squeeze your glutes, and then sit back down. All right, now this is a great way to start. We all stand up and sit down from our chairs all day long, right? Most of us that are walking around. If you're in a chair and you do stand at times, then do this exercise. Like do this specifically. Stand up and sit down. Stand up and sit down. Like that's it. Do it a bunch of times. Do it like, don't do it a bunch of times. Do like 3 sets of 15 to 20 times to start and see how you feel. And then what you want to do when you're seated is do some leg extensions. So brace your arms, put your hands to the side, whichever you need to do, and then lift your legs, right, separately. You can do them separately, you can do them together, right? And that's going to work your quads up top. So those are just some basic ones that you can start with. And it's important, because once you start doing those, you're going to start feeling the difference for sure in your legs. All right, let's see who's watching, who's got some questions. So Missy asked, how the heck do you peel a banana backwards? That's hilarious. So it's easy. It's like, look, most people will peel it from the stem part, but all you do here is you just pinch the end, and then you peel it back. That's it. Pinch the end and peel it back. And I guess that's how monkeys do it. I love bananas. These are organic and they're awesome. And then don't forget the string cheese, because that's the thing. You want to make sure you get, like, again, square meals. So this is kind of like a square snack that you can get. So you're getting carbs, proteins, and fats. All right. So that's it, guys. Look, please share this video. Like it, thumbs up it. It's going to get into more people's view that way. With Facebook, it's a really crazy thing, because unless people are engaged, people don't see this. And I'm really not liking Facebook so much. I'm going to be moving over to YouTube and really doing my videos there, doing my live videos there, and posting my content over there, because Facebook, really, you have to pay in order to get in front of people if you don't have engagement. And it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. If I post a video, if I'm live right now, all of my friends should be able to see it and join. But not everybody's even seeing this right now. Not everyone's going to even see the replay. It's pretty crazy. Like, videos that I did last week are just starting to pop up in people's feeds. Yeah, exactly. I don't understand why that is. But, you know, that's the way that the algorithm works on Facebook. So I want you guys to join me on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel over there. You can go to bit.ly, bit.ly/DYD YouTube. And you know what? While I'm talking about it, I'm going to put it in the comments so that, bit.ly/DYD YouTube. Okay, so that should come up. I want you guys to please subscribe over there, because starting in June, maybe even sooner, I'm going to start doing live YouTube videos. And once you're subscribed to my channel there, you can get notifications by clicking on the little bell. And seriously, you'll find out as soon as I'm on. You get notified in email or in the app, and you can get right on and see what's cracking. Because even here on YouTube, on Facebook, as soon as I go live, sometimes people don't even know that I'm live. And it's insane. I'm like, I should be able to get everybody on here to watch at the same time. So join me on YouTube. I really appreciate it. And yeah, that's it for today. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Please comment below with any thoughts that you had on what I've presented today. It was a lot of stuff, but I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, 5 p.m. I may do 7 p.m., but 5 p.m.'s been working okay. So 5 p.m. or 7 p.m., look for my post tomorrow on my Facebook, and I appreciate it, guys. If you're watching the replay, thanks for watching. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.